Joe Rogan has essentially revolutionized mainstream media in the last decade with his unique ability to speak to anyone and act as a voice for the millions of listeners. He began as a stand-up comedian, show host, and UFC commentator, and has only recently signed a deal with Spotify worth over $100 million. Aside from his accomplishments, he's a genuinely interesting person, and I'm looking forward to this video. This is a day in the life of Joe Rogan. What's going on, guys? It's Perna here, and I am very excited for this video. So, to be honest, guys, I am a big Joe Rogan fan. I've been listening to his podcast for ages. I think everybody's a Joe Rogan fan. He just seems like the most easygoing guy ever. But in order to do a day in the life of Joe Rogan, we need to know a few things about his routine. So, here are the things that we do know. He follows a low-carb, high-protein, and high-fat diet with some intermittent fasting. So the meals will mainly comprise of elk meat. He likes fasted cardio, martial arts, weight training, and he makes an absolute shitload of podcasts. So that's how we're going to structure today's video. A little bit of fasting, a bit of food, meals, exercise, and we're going to sprinkle some podcasts throughout the video. So please, guys, make sure you watch the whole thing and hit the like button if you enjoyed it. So with that said, let's get into the video. First thing, Joe Rogan likes to start his day, I don't know, probably not every day, but he likes to start his day with fasted cardio. And that works for me because so do I. So this morning I was gonna go and just drone some walking, some cardio, but I looked out the window and I freaked out because I couldn't believe what I saw. So I droned that instead. So check this out, guys. Like, how crazy is that? Proper dolphins actually swim. I couldn't believe it. I thought I was gonna lose my drone again for some reason. That was like a new drone. This was my third drone, wasn't it, and I freaked out, but it made it home safely, obviously. But guys, the plan for today is we're going to do a bit of podcasting, obviously, because I wouldn't be Joe Rogan without doing a lot of podcasting. So we've got some exciting guests coming on the show today. We also have some physical activity that's gonna go down. And then I guess we're gonna fast a little bit this morning. So I will not have breakfast for the next 20 minutes because I've technically fasted. It's like 10 a.m. so that's good enough for me. So let's get into breakfast. You guys are wondering, this is the man behind the camera. Joel, show us what you do with the camera.
This is what Zach asked me to do. Okay, now 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Pan out with the camera. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 2, 3.
Oh fuck, go again.
In the last video that we did, like a few of the toasts, there was a toast edit and there was another one. And people go, who's the cameraman? Who's the skilled cameraman? And it's actually
3, 2, 1. Pan out with the camera.
So this is breakfast. We have eggs, kimchi, mushrooms, and a bit of DMT juice. Low carb, and I actually don't mind it. I don't mind a low carb diet. It keeps me quite full. And a buddy of mine, aka Rhonda Patrick, really recommends it. Kimchi and eggs, it's fascinating. This is Carl Kalinsky. He's got to have go-to examples of people that he always says.
How's the kimchi go with the egg?
It's actually good. I don't mind it. Done. Meal 1 out of the way, and it was actually really, really nice. Loved it. And now, guys, I think I'll let you just watch me do what I do best and get into some podcasting. So, hope you enjoy.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Sorry, Joe, I hope you don't mind. I just came from my granddaughter's birthday party. Got a bit of cake. You don't mind if I treat myself there?
Oh, you don't let me have that cake? I can't get any cake? I'm gonna pull your fucking dick off. I'm gonna bite your nose off.
Wait a minute, so you want some of my cake?
I want you to suffer. I didn't get that fucking cake.
Well, to be honest with you, I think it's weird that you want this cake so bloody much.
It's weird.
It is weird.
It's weird. I mean, it's normal.
Joe,
So I guess it's not that weird.
it's fucking weird. Is it normal to want cake so bloody much you go and pull someone's dick off?
Yeah. You know, like, you see that vicious jealousy in chimpanzees.
That's right. I'm done with it. And you know what? I'm not even going to share it.
Unfairness.
I'm full. I'm full.
Okay guys, so lunch is ready. It's not ready yet, I'm about to cook it. I know I said just before that we're gonna have a lot of elk today, but little did I know, I don't think elk is even a thing in Australia. Or if it is, it has hustled its way out of the supermarket because I couldn't find it. Have you seen the size of those things? No. So instead I thought, what would Joe Rogan eat if he was Australian? Like actually have a think, guys. What would he eat if he was Australian? I don't think he'd eat a koala, because have you seen those things? They're vicious. He wouldn't eat a koala because they're too cute, okay? But he eats what he respects, in my opinion. So that's comedy. Sorry, enough jokes. It's kangaroo because it's muscles and dominance and alpha shit, and that's what he eats. So I thought, I can get that, I can do that. We can do that here. So guys, we're gonna eat kangaroo today. Now, if you're from Australia, you probably know, you might have even had it, and you probably think gross, because it's a little bit chewy, it's a bit weird. But I don't mind it. It's super lean. I used to have it back in the day a fair bit. And if you're not from Australia, you probably think I'm joking up until this point, because you'd be like, you eat a kangaroo, like really? It's what we do, we're a bunch of weirdos. Now, one of the biggest problems with kangaroo is it is so tough if you cook it wrong, which most kids / people getting to the gym do, they just cook it wrong. So I sous vide it. So I put that bad boy in basically in the water bath, like I do with my steaks, and that way I'm hoping it'll actually cook really well. And then I've just got that pan on, I forgot about it, I put it on 10 minutes ago. And that is gonna sear the hell out of it, and then that's done. So first thing, we just dry the kangaroo. It looks like I'm like eating hearts here, it looks disgusting. Kangaroo on. And what would this video be without a shitty Jamie Oliver / Gordon Ramsay impression? So I'll give you guys some of those. Pan hot. That is actually fucking scalding. Now what you want to do is you want to get your kangaroo, yeah? And you want to get your paper towel and just dab it. That way it is just primed to be assaulted. Fuck. Bit of salt, bit of salt, bit of salt. Just dab it about. Don't play with it, don't fuck with it, don't tease it. It is a living being as far as I'm concerned. And now make sure the pan is hotter than the sun. Good. Pan hot, butter on. First piece. Fuck. Brussels. Now, I apologise if you are from Brussels, but your people are absolutely delicious. I actually don't mind Brussels. I mean, these ones smell a little bit like piss, but other than that, they're not bad. You cook them in a bit of butter, a little bit of salt. It's naughty best friend, Dr. Pepper. So this is it, guys. This is basically what we're dealing with. Some game meat and vegetables. You know what, this feels weird. I really don't feel like Joe Rogan right now. What would Joe do? Much better. So we have a giant, unnecessarily large knife, normal fork, made with the carcass of a deer, my game meat and vegetables. So first things, guys, if you want to eat like Joe Rogan, you have to slice it up. Hashtag elk. I don't mind this setup of eating, I'm not gonna lie. I did this as an absolute joke, but this is actually, I like this. I like the space and I like the power of this. This has got to be the Roganest meal I've ever had. And I'm not really like a chili guy. Jalapenos on here. Reminds me why I'm not a chili guy. Fuck. Why did I say too many? Shit. Oh my god, I'm crying. I'm actually crying. I'm really hot. Fuck. Wow. Have you tried DMT? Do you fuck with psychedelics? Joey Diaz, Brian Callen, bow and arrow. Do you want one? I'll hook you up with that. Easily one of my top 5 comedians of all time. Pull that sucker close to your face there. Listen, I'm gonna wrap this meal up. It's been a pleasure. I'm really glad I did this. I'm done. And I might get into some podcasting soon, and then I think I'll see if Joel wants to do some martial arts. I used to do jiu-jitsu, legit. I used to do jiu-jitsu back in the day. I actually really enjoyed it, it was good. The only thing I didn't enjoy was this one kid I did it with and he smelled like spaghetti all the time, and it was just like, it was just a pain. Like I'd partner up with him, like, fuck, he's just the spaghetti monster again. And it was just disgusting. Today, what we should do is play around with a few different ones and at least show you guys where we're at in terms of like overall skill level. So I don't want to say we're good, but
The Joe Rogan Experience.
So, Joe, I started looking into bodybuilding, and all these trainers out there didn't stop yapping about the rest and the sleep and the food and the recovery, and I'm just like, shut your fucking trap.
Man, they're worse than people who just find yoga.
If I want to go on a pre-workout fuel bender for 7 fucking days, I'm gonna do that.
They just won't shut the fuck up about recovery.
Exactly. Speaking of which, I just started taking yoga classes, but it's held only by monkeys. The monkeys teach the class.
What did the class teach you? Like, how do they start a class out?
Well, you've got the instructor who's a chimpanzee, and then I guess it's just the same as any other yoga class. You know, I sent you that Snapchat the other day. Remember the guy in the class was just screaming?
Ugh.
Remember that?
He's screaming while this chimp is ripping it apart from the hips.
Crazy, I know, but you feel great after it.
They're fucking mean, man. They're fucking mean.
Absolutely, they're mean fuckers, but fantastic at yoga. So, Joe, do you believe in Santa Claus?
Yeah.
Me too. But don't you think it's just crazy how we can visit that many houses in just the one night?
He's got such a bizarre sense of timing.
Now, childish things aside, Joe, I have yet another question for you. In terms of survival and mating, what is your philosophy? And how long do you go at it when you're trying to reproduce?
But I think an hour and 40 minutes is probably the longest I've ever done.
An hour and 40 minutes?
Maybe a little longer, and I don't remember.
Mate, that is impressive.
But that's too long.
You're right, and an hour and 40 is probably a little long for the both of you, I'd imagine.
I do an hour or an hour and 10.
There were stories of these sub-Saharan African cultures that can last up to 3 days, but an hour and 10, that is giving it a red-hot crack.
And I just want to just start and then finish. Just come on, go.
Bang, straight in, straight out.
Ready? And then for 1 hour, I want everything to be tight.
Same.
So, usually Joe Rogan would do some kind of martial arts. I mean, this is as close as we'll get to it. We're gonna play some real-life Fruit Ninja. Can you make this? You make the sound effects for my knife. 3, 2, 1, go. And quick disclaimer: please don't try this at home.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
So for some reason, Joe, in all of my movies, I'm always a criminal, a cop, or, maybe even the murderer.
I'm guilty of that with many things.
What? Actual murder?
Yeah.
You killed someone?
Yeah, I was 21. I was really dumb.
Well, go on, who was it then? The bloke you killed, what was his name?
Damon Wayans.
Fucking Jesus. Look, I don't want to tell you how to suck eggs, Joe, but you probably don't want to go confessing to a murder on your own podcast.
That's a really good point. I hunt with a bow and arrow, mostly.
Any jail time? Come on, how many years you serving a can?
28 years, I think.
Mate, to be honest, I'm shocked. I mean, how does one even go about finding someone to murder?
I'll just go wandering through the woods.
Weren't you scared you were going to get caught or make a mistake?
Terrified, but I really nailed it for whatever reason. But then I never did it again. And I was like, boy, I got away with it, you know?
That is just completely mental. You do know murder is wrong, yeah?
I get it.
I'm gonna level with you. I'm a lonely 65-year-old man. And I thought that if I come on the podcast, maybe I could get pictures of Spider-Man.
That's a funny way of looking at it.
Are you gonna give me pictures of Spider-Man?
Maybe.
Okay, so what do you think?
You're a 65-year-old man. No one wants to fuck you either.
Now time to actually have a workout. Usually I look up the person and see what their routine is, but there wasn't much information on what Joe actually does. But I'm just gonna do what I was gonna do anyway, which was arms. So I think Joel's coming down now, and we're gonna smash some arms together. So, time to have an actual workout.
My flow the lottery, even though they doubted me. I know they proud of me, I see they really proud of me. My flow the lottery, now they used to doubt me. Now they proud of me, now they really proud of me. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, K. In my A, out of space, out the way. Every day, my birthday, I stick K. Every day, my birthday, I stick K. Nowadays they say they proud of me. Been on my shit, but they hate that they doubted me. Wishing I'd come back and get him, but you didn't ride for me back then in poverty. Just got back from the bank, lottery. Pulling me down to the change, I just switch up the slot on me. How much they trying to get out of me? Stay on the road by myself, but I move like a colony. I see them staring and look at me different. When you ain't looking, your girl show me difference. Still independent, I'm about to see millions. Hey, who I am, but I know they still feel it. I ain't got no expectations for nobody, you can't let me down. I've been riding on my own wave, I can't even drown. First time you tell them no way. Want you in the ground, haters thought they can't be you. Watch your brothers now, toes out in the sand. Got your girl in Malibu, ooh. Love it, get you killed, the walkers on me dripping glue, ooh. Heartbreak kid on the road, I took a few, ooh. Quit saying you a boss, you ain't never ever lose.
So this is what the family's having.
This is homemade lasagna, by the way. It's not just
Yeah.
normal lasagna.
We only have homemade.
Pasta.
I reckon Nonna would probably murder us otherwise. Send me to Bell.
No.
Huh.
Maybe.
That's always how it is. Huh. Pull that up. Okay guys, so this is dinner. I couldn't find any elk once again, but I think he likes steak. So that's good enough for me. And I needed to sneak some carbs in there because it was post-workout. So technically I've just hijacked his day in the life and made it a day of what I want to eat. But I did the best I could. So I'm gonna smash this down. You guys don't need to see me eat, but I will check in with you guys in the morning.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
You know, it's quite sad because people will see my age and think he doesn't know how to defend himself. The other day after gym, I got mugged by a few lads.
They just decide they're gonna fuck you up, and they're so strong.
That's exactly right. These lads were benching over 400 pounds.
Awful.
Damn right it's awful. One of them lads punched me in the face.
Yeah, it's fucking awful, man.
Yeah, but what they don't know is I fight dirty.
Wow.
Pull that up, Jamie. There's public record of the man's face. I fucked this waste man up real good.
Oh, is that what he looks like now?
That's right. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to show it. It's tough.
His fingers are missing. His face is missing. He's got one eye.
I bit his face off.
His nose is gone.
This man looked at me, right? And his last words were, I fired you. And I said, no you didn't, you little fuck. You fucked with the wrong man.
Fuck, man.
And that's what I said to Master Wade. I said, Bruce, you fuck with me again, and I'll bite your fucking fingers off.
Well, his face was ripped apart.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That is basically what I would imagine a day in the life of Joe Rogan to be. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough information to actually do exactly, so this was kind of like just my take on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Now, to get to the part of the video where I give you guys the shout out for suggesting it. So today's one is to Dylan D. Thank you for suggesting Rogan. I actually really enjoyed that. Editing this has actually turned out to be one of my favorite videos, but I swear I say that all the time anyway. So guys, if you did like this, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you're an absolute legend, you can follow me on Instagram as well. And don't forget, if you want to be featured, just comment below who you want to see me do next in the day in the life. So guys, that is it from me. Hope you enjoyed this, and you definitely know what to do. Stay massive.
Cutting the denims, all these sexy jeans in my section, and slide into your DMs in the PM and the AM. Then I slide into your feelings when you see just what I'm saying.